Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and it's about nearly 20 minutes past 10 at night, so I'm gonna make this my last one of the day. Is that I kind of like what I want to expand upon in the last video I did, where I talked things about like hybridity and aphasia, and about guys like Canceli and Freud and Jacobson. One thing that I want people to sort of like understand, and there's maybe in hindsight, I should have started all of my YouTube videos going as far back as to when I first started in 2018. I kind of wanted to start them all in this way because I don't know. I kind of almost want to tell you guys a little bit about why I even bother doing these, or why do I even bother using the language that I do. In fact, it's such a the way to explain it is such a bizarre phenomena that, again, I think the only way I could do it is to reference one of my books, but I really am not too sure about which one I should use, because there's a lot of ways I could do it. I could do it in different languages as well. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's go through like left to right. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's consult my little Gaelic dictionary first. A B C D E F. Okay. Let's see. D R E. Right, okay, so we'll try first like this. Rinada Tyabolida Dom Rinami Brigolord. Like, I had a dream. And, well, okay, maybe that's not the best start, but let's try. It sounded a lot more German than Gaelic, if I'm honest, but let's actually try German instead. Maybe there's a better way of, like, going about it in German. Right. Okay, yeah. Okay. Ich haben geträumt, ich sei in England. Yeah, okay, that made even less sense. Well, it's, for one, it's a lot more easier. Ich habe geträumt, ich sei in England. I dreamt I was in England. I dreamt I was in a. Okay, I've got an idea. Let's expand on this. I can't. I don't use me as genuine advice. I'm not using Google Translate. I'm gonna actually let's see. Oh, here we go. The way I could describe it, ladies and gentlemen, is Ich habe geträumt, ich sei in Maschon. Ich sei geträumt. Hang on. Ich habe geträumt, ich sei in Maschon. Ich sei in Gabanon, ich sei in Maschon. I dreamt I was in a dream world. Well, I dreamt I was in a fantasy. Is that what it means? I mean, I must be honest. I actually could do German quite well. I mean, but there are, of course, things like, I have to understand, like, well, in context is everything. Like, Russo be on the taxi bit or just passive man of fluch. Guess what that means, ladies and gentlemen? It means literally, get me a taxi. I'm late for my plane. But I could have literally cut this whole thing out. He would have missed nothing. Still, you know what? Again, what I try to emphasize there is that try to excommunicate my thoughts not just into exciting or elaborate words, but across different languages. I straight up, I almost want to do, like, you know how there are some channels out there that literally do their stuff in, like, in Spanish or in German or in French. I want to do all that myself. I want to be able to do videos literally in one language. I literally want to do, like, do my remake of, like, do Master of Puppets, but I speak my thoughts entirely in German. I think that would be really, really cool, because I think, again, it would shine the light on a lot of, like, German YouTubers and those who speak of the German language, because I think it's fascinating. It's marvelous, really, because we think about all the friends we'd be able to make, and the same goes if I did it in French, Spanish, Portuguese, in Afrikaans, in Dutch, in Japanese, in Mandarin, in Korean. You know what? The sky's the limit. It really is. And again, it's living in a mashon. It's living in a dream world, or it's living in a it's a chateau mashon. It's living in a dream house. I know that might have been a stretch. I don't really think that chateau is the German word for house, but. And I don't even don't tell me it's Hausen is the German word for house. I'm gonna look that up. You know it, I know it, and I was gonna do it anyway. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. H-O... House. Yes, it was Halsen in masculine. I didn't even really think the German language did, like, masculine and feminine pronouns, but oh well, that's, again, something you learn every day and all that. But the other big phenomena, the really big one, is that I'm sitting here, and throughout a large part of when I did start doing YouTube, is that I could not actually see my own face, or even see what was going on behind me. That was one of the things I felt was kind of a little bit strange, but kind of relaxing and endearing in some ways, that I can't see myself making an arse out of myself. Just everything you saw on camera was literally the genuine article. I say genuine because I didn't pretend to be anything else other than myself. What you see is what you get, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm open, and I'm very, very proud of who I am, because a lot of people say that I've got every reason to be very proud of who I am. Not because I don't pretend to hide it, but because they like who I am. Maybe that is the reason why. It's because, I don't know if it's because I'm doing something right, or is it just because this is what I've subconsciously decided to do. This is how I decide to behave. This is how I decide to talk. This is how I decide to, you know, express my opinions with each other. And again, I've never really had to bring any of these things up before. It's not like going through like an identity crisis or anything like that. But I've never actually can remember the last time I've ever said the words, I should be proud of myself. And I've never said, well, I've said them in my head like a few times, but I've never actually heard them come out of my own mouth. And I've never actually looked at myself doing it. I mean, I could literally look in the mirror right there, and I could also look into my phone right here. So it's like, I mean, even just the way I look in the mirror here, I look almost kind of like a little bit unsure, a little bit like disheveled. And maybe it's just because I haven't shaved in 3 weeks, or it's strange as well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, is that you think that it's there in the lights, and, you know, the mise en scène doesn't really show much except me just talking straight into the camera. But you look at it from a different angle. You look at it from a very different perspective, slightly closer up. You could sort of like see more of my chin here, but more where like the light from both the huge light up there and from the big light up there. You get to see it from a very different perspective. It's, you know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? Do I look like somebody who would openly talk if I can't even face myself in the mirror? It's I know it sounds so strange, but I think there's something fascinating and kind of revolutionary about the idea about you have to really assess about how you actually look in a mirror. You got to look yourself, the man in the mirror, and you got to tell yourself that you got to make the change, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm starting with the man in the mirror.